So, hey everybody, it's day 179 and I'm back again. How I don't know. I thought I had almost given up, but yeah, I'm here making a video again. I believe it's day 179. I've not uploaded since a month, like more like 34 days, and I've got a new device. I'm back. What the fuck? Shut up. This is my door. Sorry for that. Anyways, like yeah, I lost my track. I was like almost bed sick for 7 days, not because I had some sort of sickness, but because I worked too much. I was not able to work. The motivation inside me is just like burned out. I like did all the bad habits I used to do. Let's call it self-sabotage. And yeah, I was not able to work even a bit, and right now like I have started to pick up the pace, but I had not been, and I thought like my English, because I'm not a native English speaker, and I thought my English would weaken now that I've like almost lost my practice. But anyways, I'm here, and I believe I believe you can understand it. I still don't have a microphone. It would be better to have one. Anyways, so yeah, I learned a lot of lessons. This like business thing teaches you a lot of lesson, and I'd like to share it with you guys. And I'd like to share you the journey that I've been on and what happened and all the beat. And what happened was like yeah, I was just not able to work at all. I lost my motivations. I lost my reasons to work, and one of the major reasons to do that is was I just did too much. I woke up at 4 o'clock and I just went through this too much period because my body I naturally don't like I'm not you know what do I call it I didn't have the work I didn't have the work ethic to pull off 10-hour work days, right? Your body burns out naturally biologically. You just accumulate enough stress over a given time frame that your body is forced to take a rest, and that is what we call burnouts, right? And I believe I had a short burnout session, and I know my capabilities. I know how long should I extend myself to, and yeah, I slowly picked up the pace, and now I'm back in the game. But really, man, you see all these people on the internet like I've landed my first client this, I made it this much, I earned this much, like these young kids, 14, 15 years old, but we don't know if it's real or not, and even if it is, we don't relate because I'm from a third world country if you don't know it, and the things just don't go the same. We don't have softwares, we can like invest easily on things that that might help us in business. We can invest in course because number one, we can't just afford them, and number two, the payment gateways is just practically shit. There's the rent thing. So here are the lessons I learned. Number one, you must not do like too much work at the same time. You get me? Like just you don't need to like become disciplined and like I'll do 8 hours of work today. That just does not happen, and you just can't sustain it because you have not adapted yourself to doing 10 8 works of pure mental focus that you need to do that you need to work on a business, right? I believe like just stacking things, like stacking hours every week, that would help. Here is pretty good right now. Anyways, yeah, just do maybe like start from 1 hour, do 1 hour of work every week, then maybe add 30 minutes every other week, and that way in 3 month period you could like possibly add 8 to 10 hours of work period, right? It's just like progressive overload. And yeah, and that's the method, that's the approach I've been following. I tried to do too much work at once when my body was not even accustomed to doing one. Number two, like don't put time frame on your goals. Like I was thinking, like I would earn thousand, at least $1,000 in the first 5 to 6 months, which I didn't. And here I am, obviously 6 months in, and I made $0. And yeah, that's just the way it is. 6 months time frame for people is just a general time frame for most people. It's not a given for everybody. Just because some most people earn within the 6 months, or like see progress within the 6 months, it's not that you will, because you have different circumstances and situation, and that like bring some sort of nuances to your achievements, right? So don't do that. This is one of the like major, I believe this was the main reason like I lost my motivation to work, because you see I was building my character like to be someone that like, I'm sorry, like I was building a character of myself to become like a person who did what he said. Like my words were absolute. I followed whatever I said. I did what I had to, like what I told myself that I would do. But what happened was like I told myself that I would earn $1,000. I had written all these goals in a page, and I was like reading it every day, and I was working, and that I would earn $1,000 within the first 5 months. And when that did not happen, it just broke me from within. You know, I lost all my confidence, because who am I? I can't even stand true to my own words, man. And like it's just like it was very terrible. Okay, it was really depressing, and it was really painful to go through all that. And I don't want anybody who's watching this, maybe in the future, maybe right now, to not go through the same problem. Just don't put time frame in your goals. Just put in massive volume, and I believe maybe I would have gotten results by now, because I did not work uh, for maybe 3 to 4 weeks at most, and I just have started right now. And I believe like I would have maybe has some progress, but I just put time frame on my goals, and I just stopped myself from achieving whatever I could achieve. And one more thing I'd like to say is make a sustainable routine. It's not like waking up at 4 a.m. and working 8 hours to 12 hours a day would get you further. Yes, it would, but it won't. It isn't sustainable. Like you can't see yourself following that routine for the rest of your life, can you? Right? It's just not sustainable. Wait a minute. I was talking about like making a good enough routine, okay? Like waking up at 7 and sleeping by 10, 11, and just, adding some form of recreation in your days, and just like, living like a human does. Yeah, a human works, but he also lives. He talks with his fellow friends, maybe his family members, and being a lone wolf might get you further, but it isn't sustainable. A wolf lives in a pack, right? And you understand the metaphor. Well, yeah, you need a sustainable routine that you can follow each and every day. 6 to 8 hours max, or maybe 10 hours someday. That is enough. You don't need more than that. And yes, you might work for 12, 16 hours uh, for, like 10 days, 20 days maybe. But you can't see yourself doing that for the rest of your life, can you? So when this thought like struck me, I just made a completely new routine, and I started following it now, and now I feel healthy. Now I feel more like I have more discipline and more willpower, and I've like slowly started to build my momentum on the things that I slipped on. And yeah, it's just you need to make a sustainable routine. That's it. And for the technical side of things, you know, like I'm just going to follow up with the emails for now. Right now, like I'm building my lead magnets. I'm working on the VSL thing. Then after, like I would do the email thing, and then some like minor tasks here and there, and then I'll just wrap it up, and I'll just send it to my email list. And maybe if I get a client from then, good. If not, like I would have to switch on to the other thing, which would possibly be doing free work again. I would just like, yeah, if this does not work, it still is a valuable resource to me, because having like these lead magnets, I have a bunch of those, and I have put my enough effort into this. I've researched enough, and I've put in a lot of effort into these things, that now I believe that I would this would like help me long term, and I have not wasted my time, and I'm proud that I have not wasted my time. But if I still don't happen to land my clients through these methods, I would just like email to my list that I don't like, I would like to work for free, or I just maybe do some cheap work for the like Christmas offer thing. But I definitely think I will do the free. I'd go through the like free work approach. And yeah, that's for the technical side of things. Yeah, if all, and I'm also like writing content on X. I've started building that. I now know and realize the value of having a personal brand, and I believe I would build a pretty good personal brand myself. So there goes that. So that's it. If nothing were to work, I would just get back to free work. And maybe like most of the problems that I face now, the client thing, maybe it wouldn't have happened if I just stuck to working for free for a prolonged period of time, right? Yeah, I believe, yeah, that's, and if you're reading this, like, just stick to working for free when you're starting out. I went through a different approach because I wanted to use this as a lesson or a content thing later down the line. But if you don't want this, and if you just want clients ASAP, just do free work and send it over. There's just no way. You're just building your practice, number one, and number two, you're getting better. Number three, you have way more possibilities of landing a client than just sending. Do I want, like, would you like keep me, would you like employ me, or something like something along the lines. And last but not the least, I'd like to end this message here, and now I'll be uploading consistently, maybe, possibly. I would try to. The next thing is, the last thing I would like to talk about is business is hard. You see, there's a reason why most people fail, why most people hop from one thing to other. You think like it's easy, like I'm different and I can do it better. No, I thought the same. It's too hard, and to like have some, you need to have some skin in the game, right? To like still be in this, you need a lot of mental, you need to be mentally strong is what I ought to say. You need a lot of like mental bandwidth, because this is mentally draining too much. A business, you don't know shit. Like, I was not doing shit till I was 17, and all of a sudden now I'm in the whole business thing. I don't know how to handle this. I don't know how to do something. I don't think like most people suffer from business problems, which like Charlie Morgan says, who was my favorite mentor. And yeah, it's just personal thing. You have too many personal like problems. I had to like journal for hours to like get my mindset straight on what I wanted to do, and I still need to do it. I have tons of work I need to complete, and yeah, I've got good dreams, like big dreams to accomplish, and whole like it's disheartening. You don't see the results you were supposed to. Everybody says like you would see results within 6 to 12 months, but you don't, right? You fail, you things don't happen the way you want them to, and nobody tells this thing. And you think like all these people are watching this stuff and everybody is ahead of me. Nobody's ahead of you, literally. Like, everybody suffers from the problems that you do. If you don't like to do the things nobody else does, nobody else, it's like only a few selected few go through the whole resistance thing and maybe succeed. That's why you don't see more successful people. It's just because Most people give in to the resistance, and I am most people. I give in to my resistance. That's why I am not where I'm supposed to be. But now that I'm aware of the fact, it's my responsibility to move forward despite the resistance that my brain like puts onto me. But business is really hard. It teaches you a lot of stuff, and yeah, that's all. It's hard. Business is hard. The whole thing. You need to be mentally tough to go through all what the business throws at you. You just need to survive somehow. Like I just like this line from Charlie Morgan. The first year of business is just survival. You just need to survive somehow. And I was almost dead, and hence the topic of this video, barely alive. I was like almost dead. I had almost stopped working, but a sudden thought struck to me that what if not this? What would I even do? Like waste all of my time going to university where I'm not going to even learn something that's applicable to me, or I go somewhere that I don't want to go just because it's socially gratifying. And now I'm back here, right? Let's pick up the pace. Let's do some more work, and this time we're gonna crush it. This time we're putting massive inputs. We're not expecting any outputs. We're just doing the work over and over and over again. We're trusting the process, and we're falling in love with the process. Not the end point, but the process itself. See you on the next one.